you've ever set foot in Australia, you'll know that Australians love their mullets. For everyone who hasn't, allow me to introduce you the mullet. A mullet is basically a hairstyle which is very short on the sides and very long in the back. You might remember them from the 70s and 80s, when David Bowie, Billy Ray Cyrus, and even Brad Pitt rocked some sick mullets. I thought mullets were a thing of the past, but then I went to a footy match at the MCG, and I saw a mullet cam on a huge screen, and that's when I realized mullets are definitely back. So I decided to embark on a quest to find out what seems to be its never-ending appeal.
What do you think about mullets?
I love them.
You love them?
Yeah, I reckon they're good.
They're quite practical. So I'm a roller, and I like the idea of, having a bit of length, but keeping it out of the eyes.
Mullets. How the Australian boys love that shit.
Sort of, like old-fashioned Australian.
But I ain't gonna lie, it ain't the one.
I think they're pretty cool. That's why I'm not growing out a little one myself.
I love mullets.
Yeah, show it.
If you have a mullet, stick with it because it's fresh, it's funky, it's nice.
It seems like everyone has an opinion about mullets, but what does a professional think?
They were definitely out of fashion in the 2000s, and just like old fashion, it just comes around like a cycle. And they came back, and all of a sudden everybody was getting mullets. Some celebrities got them, and you know what happens when celebrities get things, everybody else wants them. So yeah, a lot of football players as well jumped on the trend.
Yeah, it's definitely not just an Australian thing. I think we just definitely jumped on the bandwagon.
Even all the cool kids have it now.
Do you like your hairstyle?
Yeah.
You like it long?
Yeah.
Do you think it looks cool?
Yeah.
I think they're reflective of Australia's carefree culture.
But are Australians really that carefree?
I think Australians are chummy and informal. And I think that gives people an illusion of laid backness, but I Australians love rules and regulations and differences.
Maybe all along it wasn't about Aussiness, but about personal identity.
People often get them because queer people and alternative people have a lot more of a closer relationship with camp. Things that are bad, but you're doing them intentionally and you're in on the joke. And then I think people see people being confident wearing absurd haircuts. And then they go, oh, I want that as well. And then it becomes fashionable. Do I feel maybe less interested in a mullet because it is more mainstream? Sure. But I think that's all art. That's just art. I have heard that mullets are an ugly haircut, but what makes a fun haircut? What makes a good haircut? Is it one that's symmetrical? Is it one that's pleasing? Is a good haircut one that you feel good in? If a mullet is the ultimate ugly haircut, then is that freeing? Because suddenly you're not asking people to accept you in a certain way.